So, without any further ado, I would like to introduce you to a man that has been in this industry for decades. David and I first met, Jesus, probably been 12 to 15 years ago, working the Body Alive program way back in the day. Um, Dave's been done just about everything from corporate trainings, corporate videos. In fact, one thing I got to do, let me start this recording so that we can put all this going.
Recording in progress.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Friday night's cutoff call. Tonight, we're introducing a new presentation here with the man, David Dubbs, our creative director. Such an incredibly talented person. You've seen his work from the videos, from the trainings, and now to our Friday night cutoff. He's going to make this opportunity and this business so simple, because really we've got something that is easy to understand. And when you've got a content genius and a creative genius like David sitting in the back, we got to get him front and center so that he can share with you his insights on this business and what's going on. So without any further ado, David, you want to take it away?
Yeah. Hey, everybody. Thanks for being on here on a Friday night. I know it's kind of like date night. A lot of people are chilling out after the end of the week. So it says a lot about everybody that came on tonight because of that timing there. But I decided to put together a couple of my slides because I'm a little outside the box. And I told Charles I was going to come up with something, and I've done a million webinars. Like Charles said, basically called me a dinosaur. I've been around since, for a very long time in this industry. And so let's have some fun tonight. I'm going to show you why Save Club is so exciting. Can you guys see my screen okay?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. All right. So the reason most of you are on this webinar is you want to make money, right? And that's good because we're going to talk about that exact topic right now. Now, to make money, all of you, you need a couple things. Okay, I've been in this industry for a long time. Listen, I've seen lots of companies do 7 figures, 8 figures. Well, what do you need? You need the right price point. You need the right timing. Obviously, you need the right product, marketing, follow up, pay plan, and vision. If you get all these things right, it is an absolute home run in this industry. And it's kind of like what you want to put on your seatbelt and hang on, because all of you that are here, you're here at the very beginning stages. Okay. Timing only comes once. You're not going to get it again. Now let's talk about the first thing, price point. All right. There's a lot of businesses, and I've been part of them, where sometimes it's a little expensive for people to join. And that's tough to try to convince somebody. A lot of people have been trying to make money because you remember this. Everyone's trying to make money. They're not out here trying to spend money, right? So the first question most of the time when you're out there doing an opportunity is, what's it going to cost me? You've probably heard that a million times. You're like, man, I got this great business. What's it going to cost me? I mean, they almost stop you dead in your tracks. Well, the best part about it here is this. I want you to think about it. I drink a lot of Diet Coke. If I go to a gas station right now, it's at least $2.63. Sometimes it's more than that for a 20-ounce Diet Coke. Starbucks, the cheapest coffee is around $2.95. Have you ever watched anybody buy a Diet Coke or a coffee and leave and say, oh my gosh, I'm going to be broke? No, this is money that people spend daily. And I'm talking daily. Most people do this every day and they don't even worry about the money. So Save Club is only 67 cents a day. That's what it's going to cost someone, 67 cents. Now, it's pocket change. You already have it because people are spending way more than this on a daily basis and they don't even think about it. So the first part about Save Club is cool because you don't have to figure out, they don't have to figure out where to get the money. They already got it. Now, I want you to think about this, everyone. What can you buy today for 67 cents? Go walk in a gas station and I dare you to find an item in there for 67 cents. You're probably going to be very hard up to find one. Barely anything 67 cents, but Save Club is. So let's talk about it. What is our product? We have the world's greatest product because our product is money, putting money back in someone's pocket on the stuff they already buy. No one says no, and there's no convincing needed. So if you're ready to buy a product, okay, a lot of you buy stuff every day, whether it's food, we're going to get into all that. But if you're already going to buy something, a brand that you like, do I need to convince you to buy it? See, in MLM and in home-based business, here's been the problem. And they've tried to solve this problem by saying, we're going to just change your buying habits. Have you ever heard that? Where, well, you're already buying XYZ product. Now you're going to buy our XYZ product. And that's what pretty much everything in this industry has done was don't buy that, buy this because you're in your own business. If you worked at McDonald's, would you go eat at Burger King? I'm sure all of you have heard that pitch in the past. Well, we don't really have to deal with that because we're dealing with every name brand out there and you can just go buy what you want. We don't care. For example, on this screen, it might be a little hard to see because I have this massive monitor. Let me see if I can increase the size of my monitor just a little bit here. Amazon. Did you know we give discounts on Amazon? Yes, we have a way that you can get discounts on Amazon. For example, this top left picture is an indoor camera. I have them all over my house. All right. We get it for about 38 bucks, 39 bucks. Amazon is selling it the same one if you go direct to Amazon for 59 bucks. Well, that's 20 bucks right there. There's the cost of your membership on one item. Do you think you got to convince people to buy a Ring camera? This is something that's sold every day. This perfume, Dolce & Gabbana. At Macy's, it's $147. But through Save Club, it's $54. Okay? If a woman wants to buy that, she could buy almost 3 bottles for the cost of Macy's. People go into Macy's all the time. Okay, then right here, KitchenAid. All right, here's a mixer. $4.99 if you buy it through Save Club. $5.99 if you buy it through Walmart. Now, most people out there think Walmart have great prices. That's why they go to Walmart. We're beating Walmart by $100. Do you think you got to convince anybody when we're beating Amazon and we're beating Macy's and we're beating Walmart? Do you think you got to convince anybody to spend 20 bucks, everybody? Come on. And this is only a couple things. Who do you know that doesn't shop and buy stuff, right? Everybody. So I wanted to show you a couple, actually, that Ring cameras, again, I guess I did the same thing. But here's a woman's thing for her hair, okay? On Save Club, $339. If you buy it through Ulta, which is one of the biggest beauty stores in the world, they want $399 for it. That's $60 savings because of Save Club. Here's a grill, Dick's Sporting Goods. Everybody knows Dick's Sporting Goods. Okay, our price, $275. Their price, $379. Like $100 different on the exact same Blackstone grill. See, here's the thing, everybody. We're not telling you to buy something different. We're not trying to tell you to buy a substitute for something or like a no-name brand or like a generic version of what people would buy, and that's why it saves money. No, you're getting the exact same product for just less money. Is that hard to convince anybody to do? I don't think so. How about this one? If you own a home, eventually you might have a major appliance that you need to replace. Samsung, I had this refrigerator with the screen and everything. Everybody loves it. At Home Depot, which you think is good prices, they actually say you're saving $1,800 at Home Depot for $31.99, about $3,200. But through our portal, $23.67. That's $831 back in your pocket for the exact same fridge. Do you think you have to convince somebody to join Save Club with deals like that? I know you're probably not convinced yet, so let's keep going. Do you got to convince anyone to eat? I love to eat. It's funny. Every time I talk to Pete, all we do is talk about food and eating, right? Everybody loves to eat. It's one of the best things we do. Now, I just pulled up some deals from, all over the country here. You got Arby's free sandwich. Actually, I got 3 roast beef sandwiches this week for free. A chicken sandwich at Burger King free. A free entree over at IHOP. Smoky Bones, a free appetizer. 20% off Denny's. A dozen donuts for free. 20% off my pizza. 20% off food purchase. Brio, 15% off. Artisan's Table, free glass of wine. Uncle Julio's. What's that? 20% off. I think I gotta move my camera in. 20% off. Beef O'Brady's, free chips and queso. Love chips and queso. We got Jimmy's. We got Maggiano's Little Italy, one of the best Italian places, $10 off. Culver's, a free concrete, which is kind of like their version of a Dairy Queen Blizzard. Even Wolfgang Puck, 10% off. Okay, there is deals like this all over the place in all these cities, and you're going to go eat anyway. Do you think I like IHOP for breakfast? Do you think you got to convince me to go to IHOP? No, I love IHOP. And you don't need to convince me when I know whoever I'm going with, if I'm going to pay the bill, I'm going to get their meal for free. See, this is money that people are currently spending every single day. And if you don't believe me, go look at the drive-through line at Arby's. Drive by it. Go look at the drive-through line at Burger King right now. Do you think you got to convince people to go to those places? No. Any one of these places is packed all the time. They already go there. You're going to tell me they don't want to put money back? Again, they're buying the same thing they're already going to buy. You don't have to convince them to do that. Do you have a car? Of course, most of you do. And if you do, you have expenses. Check this out. Budget brakes 11% off. Well, if your brake job is around $500, that could be some significant dollars back in your pocket. Firestone, 15% off every time. Well, I'll tell you what, if you have a car breakdown, that's really nerve-wracking for a lot of people. To be able to go there and put 15% back, what if your car repairs $500 or $1,000? That could be $150. 10% off tires. Tires these days are around $1,000. You know, we have two or three different tire places. Madison Baden Potty. Now, this is a local deal, but I just wanted to put this one up here. I bought a Mercedes, and I'm really, really detailed about my cars. And it had some paint chips on the bumper and stuff. So I had them repaint my bumper and repaint my front hood on that car. It was about $3,000. This is 50% off. I wish I would have had this coupon and would have get $1,500 off. Oil change. I used that coupon. I did a video. It's on our Facebook page. You see me actually save $20 live. Hey, if you need a car loan and you go through Rate Genius, as soon as your car loan's approved, they'll give you $100. I mean, we could go on and on and on and all day, but I'm just going to show you a couple more. Travel. I love travel. And see, travel is sexy. See, here's the thing. There's been travel companies where all they have offered is travel that have hit millions and billions of dollars in this industry. Why? It's sexy. People love to travel, and it's so fun to talk about. I mean, but none of those companies, I remember some of those companies, if you wanted to join a travel deal, it was like $250 for your kit, $500 for your kit. Here, people are coming in $20, 67 cents a day, and you got your own travel business. How incredible is that? Well, let's show you. It doesn't work. Well, we're not talking about like rundown on the side of the road motels here. Here's the Encore in Las Vegas, one of the nicest hotels. In Orbitz, a lot of people go to Orbitz all the time thinking I'm going to get a good deal. Well, here's the same deal, same room, same night. Orbitz wanted $271. We wanted $132. That's $139 back in your pocket, and just that deal. Here's another deal in Vegas, the Venetian, one of my favorite hotels to stay at. Okay, if you look at Priceline.com for the 3 nights, $1,005. Our portal, the same 3 nights, the same exact room, everything, $438, $566. Now, if you're going to Vegas to have fun, and you can stay in the exact same room for the exact same nights, wouldn't you love to put $566 in a slot machine, or use it at the steakhouse, or go to one of the mini shops and buy clothes? I mean, if you didn't do this deal, that would be like driving down in your car, opening up the window, taking 5 $100 bills, a couple 20s, and just throwing it out the window. Would you do that with your money? Would anybody do that? No, nobody would do that. That's exactly why there's no convincing here, because the people look at these deals and I'm like, holy cow. Here's another deal. Great Wolf Lodge. I've been there. It's a lot of fun. It's like it's indoor water park. It could be pretty expensive. Orbitz, $577 a night. Our price, $456, because we have a coupon deal through us. $121. And I'll tell you, when you go there, the food's kind of pricey. So you're going to want that extra $121 because it's going to take care of a lot of that. International travel. A lot of you are from international places. Listen, you have an international travel business right now. I hope you realize that, whether you're in Australia or South Africa or England or Germany. Listen, while all the rest of the deals are coming your way, do you realize that you have one of the best travel savings program? And I just already told you that travel deals just by themselves can do billions of dollars. Let's look at this. Hong Kong, save $120 a night. India, $55 a night. Australia, $90 a night. Canada, $83. Germany, $172. England, $114. France, $364. You can actually see the Eiffel Tower right there from that hotel. Switzerland, $82. And we could go on and on and on finding these international deals that people could tap into. And just for fun today, I said, can I save money today? Let's say I wanted to book a hotel tonight. Just a couple hours ago, if you look at the dates, it's today's date. I said, what's going on in Atlanta? That's 4 hours for me if I wanted to go. I found this hotel right there by the ballpark where I could save $120 just by booking it last minute today. All right. Hopefully you guys are excited. You're going to tell me someone's not going to pay $20? Are you kidding me? So here's the best part. We haven't even got into the business side yet. Obviously, you're here to make money, and we're going to talk about all the ways you can make money. But let me ask you a question. This is one of the biggest selling points. If you're going to run a business, this is one of the biggest selling points is people can join Save Club, okay? And before they even get to doing the business, before they sign up anybody, before they do that, and even if they didn't sign up anybody, at the end of the month, they can literally be putting hundreds of dollars back in their pocket in savings. Now, most of these other companies online, if you're looking at all these other companies, you're usually buying a product from that company and maybe you use it, maybe you're getting health benefits from it or something like that. But usually that's an expense. Every month, that's an expense. So what Save Club has done is flip the script. Instead of you having an expense monthly, you actually have more money than what you're spending monthly. Now, I don't know, is that hard to sell? Well, let me ask you it a different way. If you handed me a $20 bill and I handed you back $200 bills, would you say yes? Is there anybody that would say no to that? Okay. I bet you'd actually say, Dave, this is fun. How many times can we play this game? You want to keep doing that. And that's exactly what we're doing over here at Save Club. Now let's get into something else. All right. So the other problem is, I like this. Does this sound familiar? Okay. A lot of you are like, wow, this sounds really, really good. And I got to say, a lot of you on this webinar might have tried to make money in the past. You might have joined all these other businesses, and there's nothing wrong with that. Just be glad you found Save Club. But have you seen people, maybe it's not yourself, but you've probably seen people on Facebook. They're in a deal of the week. One day they're pitching this, the next day they're pitching this, the next day they're pitching that. It's like they're on a trampoline, right? Or they say, wow, the grass is greener somewhere else. You ever hear that? Well, the problem is the reason why most people quit a company and go to another one is because one, they're not making money yet. And the reason they're not making money, I hate to say it, is most people, they're not marketers. We got housewives. We got people that work full-time jobs. We got people that never did marketing before. Most of you do not know how to write great ad copy, okay? Because it's not something that you do. Most of you can't produce your own videos and your own graphics that convert because you haven't been in the game a long time or have all the skills and all the, things that you need to actually do this. So a lot of people, what I call get an A for effort. They join a business and they try hard. They do post on their Facebook and they post all these things. But when you go back and you read some of the stuff they're posting, the ad copy is not that good. They're not posting the right images. They're not posting the right video, or they're posting just a company website that's not converting. And then they're like, man, I don't understand this. I don't know why I'm making money. So a lot of you, I get it. You probably feel like you banged your head against the wall. But me and Charles, Pete, we've all talked about why hasn't anybody fixed this? Well, guess what? Save Club has fixed this. Okay, so get excited. We're the first company out there that has actually fixed this. So let's talk about, I'm actually missing a slide here. Well, actually, that's the wrong headline, but we'll get to that. 100% done for you marketing, okay? Here's what we got, and now I'm going to show you it. We write all your posts. So can you copy and paste? All right, that's why I have a little mouse here. How hard is it for anybody to copy and paste? I think at this point, even if you're not technical savvy, all of you probably know how to copy and paste. So what if we had our pro marketing team, our experts, okay, that have built massive, massive teams, literally write all your posts for you, and you don't have to guess. Have emails written for you. Have text messages already teed up and written for you where you do not have to guess. You just have to copy and paste. Isn't that exciting? Because we know what to write, because we have split tested for years. We know exactly what works. Then we give you all the pictures. We give you all the videos to post with those messages, and I'm going to show you in a minute. And then we give you done for you funnels that convert like crazy. And we're really excited because we just launched a bunch of them. And then we give you the training on how and where to post them. And here's the best part, everybody. We're not upselling you. How many companies have you joined where all of a sudden they'll say, hey, you got to get this funnel now, but it's going to be an extra 20 bucks a month. It's an extra 30, 40 bucks a month. Okay. Here we already have 5 funnels and it's included in the cost. And we're planning on launching like a funnel every single week. And let me tell you, they're not just funnels, because a lot of companies have funnels. You got funnels where we have videos that have some of the best ad copy ever that we know generate leads, especially when matched with what I'm about to show you. So we have in the back office a way to you get into our marketing folder. Okay, you're going to click on our marketing folder, and we have, for example, text messages. So if I wanted to text somebody, you can literally pull up a document and you could tweak it. If you want to tweak it, you can. Just be a little careful if you're tweaking it. If you're not really good at writing ad copy, you don't want to screw it up. Okay, but we already have text messages written for you. Okay, if I come back here and I want to look at social media posts, okay, we have a brand new funnel we just launched called Pocket Change. Well, you would click on the Pocket Change, and we have posts already pre-written for you that you would just put the Pocket Change funnel with this. Okay, we just launched a new one, which we're excited about, called Foodie, and we're going to show you that. And we actually have posts for the Foodie funnel already written for you. It goes exactly with the funnel. So again, everybody, do you have to know anything? No, you don't have to know anything. All you have to do is jump in here, copy and paste. Now, also, if you open up any of these folders, we have unbranded and branded. We have videos. So if I put this video on, sick of rush hour, we have a better way to make money. We have this, we have pictures, we have savings, we have all kinds of videos, and all you do is click the three little dots and you can download them. And all of these folders back here are already preloaded. We launch a new one every single week, and we load them up every single week. Who does that? Name one company that does this. You can't, because there's not there. Now let me show you. If you go in your back office here, I'm going to go over here and I'm going to click on my websites, and you scroll down, and we had the two funnels, but guess what? We just added, I'm just going to open these in new pages here. We just added 3 new funnels, and Charles worked super hard today. I couldn't believe, after launching 2 new funnels this week, he said, Dave, I'm going to get the other one up too. I said, you're out of your mind. This is crazy. So check this out. We have this funnel here, which is a generic video. I'm not going to play a lot of it.
You've been looking for a side hustle.
You've probably seen this before. So we have the generic video. Then we have, we should have the 67 cents. Move that one in open. But here is our new Foodie funnel, which is tremendous, because how many people love going out to eat, taking pictures of their food? All right, we all love taking pictures of our food. If you go on Facebook or any social media, you scroll, you see pictures of food, right? Why not get paid for it? Showing people how to get discounts. Charles, you think I should play this video just in case they haven't seen it?
Yeah, certainly. I was going to play it later, but you got it open right now, so let's do it.
All right, let me hit it.
Hey, quick question for my fellow food fanatics. Would you like to get paid every time you post that mouth-watering burger pic? Stick with me for the next 2 minutes and I'll show you how to turn dinner into dollars. Look, if you're already snapping photos, going live, and dropping 1 to 5-star reviews, you're basically doing free advertising for the restaurant, right? So why not collect a check for it? Here's the deal. I found a savings club that partners with popular fast food joints and the fancy spots in every major city. Members pay less than the cost of a single entree to join, then unlock deals like buy one, get one free meals, free appetizers, up to 50% off meals, even free desserts. And because you're the one spreading the word, every time someone signs up through your link, cha-ching, you get paid. It's that simple. Your followers don't just get another food review, they get insider deals nobody else is talking about. Like, here's the unlisted 2-for-1 sushi special, or flash this coupon code for a free dessert. You become the hero who saves them cash and elevates their dining game. Imagine this. Next month, you're live streaming at the hottest new taco bar. You drop your discount link in chat. 10 viewers join on the spot. The tacos you're eating are now paid for. Plus you pocket a tidy commission. Do that twice a week and your side hobby just turned into an extra 4-figure income stream. If that sounds good, fill in the form. You'll get a free peek at the club's restaurant list and your personal affiliate dashboard. Sign up, grab your referral link, and post your first discount drop today. Because honestly, if you're gonna eat anyway, you might as well get paid for it. See you on the inside.
All right, everybody. I know I made that video, but that's straight fire, right? That is straight fire right there. And notice it's a curious video. It doesn't say the word Save Club, but it makes people want to say, well, I eat. Again, if you eat anyway, don't you want to get paid for it? Cha-ching, right? Okay, but this is just another funnel that we give you. And again, most companies, what do? They charge you. Oh, look what's
That just
up.
went live. That's going live
So
as we're going. So hey, we're dropping funnels so fast we can't even get through a webinar without having new content drop. So here we go for all y'all travel. And guys, this has just been uh, uh, something that we've been doing as a corporate unit. Everybody is working around the clock, and the opportunity the company's getting better and better every single day. And we're attracting more and more people. The momentum is picking up. You're hearing about Save Club, learning about this at the right time. This is amazing. It just this literally just went live during the webinar. That's
yeah,
awesome.
this is crazy. So Charles, I built this travel video because remember, you can launch Save Club too, just as a travel business, all right? Because they do a lot of money. People love to travel. So we wanted to give you a funnel that you could do that if you wanted to. And so we got you a crazy video here. We're going to play it. It actually, he was going to drop this like next week. Do you realize, everybody that's on this call, and I triple dog dare you. I love saying that. Go find any company that gives you 4 funnels in a single week. I've been in this industry, and there's so many people that are in these businesses. They don't even get a new funnel in months. They're pushing the same old tired stuff out there, not Save Club. And literally, you want to make sure you're getting this out there ASAP. Literally, you want to be putting these funnels out there ASAP. So check this out. Does that look like a travel page or not? Right? You get to this page, you already got half your bags page. And I love the headline we used. Travel like a rock star and get paid like one too. Well, might as well play this video and show you what we got here.
Hey, quick question for you. Do you like to travel? Of course you do. Who doesn't, right? But let's be honest, travel has gotten crazy expensive. I mean, unless you're cool with staying in some dingy motel off the freeway and flying middle seat between 2 coughing strangers, it's not exactly affordable anymore. Now here's the part that really gets me. If you're just using the regular travel sites like everybody else, you know the ones, they're showing you the same overpriced stuff that everyone else sees. You could be missing out on massive discounts. And I mean like 5-star resort for the price of a dump. So imagine this. You're sipping cocktails on a white sand beach in Cancun, staying at a luxury resort that normally goes for $600 a night, but you paid less than a quarter that. Or maybe you're skiing at a mountain lodge in Colorado, taking in the views from a balcony suite, while someone else is freezing in a budget hotel a few miles down the road, paying the same price. Sound too good to be true? It's not. You just need access to the right portal. And that's where we come in. We've got the hookup. Deep discounts on airfare, Vegas weekends, beach resorts, cruises, Europe, ski trips, car rentals, you name it. How deep are the discounts? Well, let's just say you could rent a car for a week for what most people pay for a single day. Book a balcony cabin on a cruise for what some poor soul paid for the windowless closet on the bottom floor. Stay in 5-star hotels for 2-star prices, but here's the deal. To get access, you've got to be part of the club. That's it. Once you're in, you unlock our private travel portal, and I'm telling you, the prices are going to shock you. And the best part, if you know anyone who also likes saving money on travel, and let's face it, you do, we'll pay you every time someone you refer joins the club. That adds up fast. Like, buy your next vacation just from referrals fast. So if you're ready to travel more, spend less, and maybe even make some money while you're at it, fill in the form right now to get all the details. Don't wait. The beach isn't getting any closer, and the deals aren't getting any cheaper.
So another super hot video, everybody. Again, that's crazy. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 funnels. This is unheard of in this industry. I've been in this industry for 30 years, everybody. I've been a consultant in this industry. I've never seen a company launch 6, especially as early as Save Club is. Charles is a genius. But here's the deal. I want to talk about one more thing, and then I'm going to open it up with Charles, and we're going to talk about some other things. You might be out there and you're like, this is awesome. This is incredible. The product's right. The price is right. The funnels, the marketing, everything we got's right. But there's one more ingredient. Well, there's actually 2 more ingredients. And but the one more ingredient we need to talk about. Let me find my my slides again here. Where'd they go? Oh, that's your slides. Oh, right here. Nope. All right, hold on a second. Where are they at? All right, I'm gonna have to reopen my slide deck. Hold on one second. I'm gonna stop sharing for a second. And
And so, Dave, I'm so happy they released the travel funnel. We've been working on it all day, and our amazing programmer Chris looks like he got it live right here during the call. And this is just pieces to the much larger puzzle of what has come together. And the training components about how to exactly use these are getting super sharp. Specific scripting like Dave showed you. And soon we're going to be turning on our training webinars as well. So we've got a good base, we got a good team in place. These webinars here are going to help you get people enrolled and started. And for all of you guests that are on the call tonight, maybe looking at this for the first time, it's fun to be part of something that's moving and growing. It's fun to be part of a winning team, and we're just getting started here. So, I'll let Dave keep rolling with his presentation here because he's got me fired up.
so here's the last part, and then we'll open it up to talk together, Charles. Listen, a lot of you, okay, and it's not your fault because you're not salespeople, right? You don't want to be. If I were to ask everybody on this webinar right now who wants to be a salesperson, all of you would say no, I'm not a salesperson. But in this role, they always say, well, you got to call, you got to text, you got to follow up with these people and try to convince them to come over the finish line. Even though it's easy here, $20 and all the savings, it's not hard to do that. But a lot of people just, they don't want to do it. They don't know how. So Charles has done something absolutely genius by bringing in AI. Okay. What AI is going to do, as soon as you get an opt-in lead, AI starts to take over by calling and texting and driving them to a webinar like this. Could you imagine posting your funnel with our ad copy, with our pictures, with our video? Remember, we're taking care of the marketing that you've never done this before. You put it on Facebook and someone says that looks interesting and they opt in. And all of a sudden, AI gets on the phone and says, you need to get on our webinar tonight. And they could be here right now. And what did you do? Did you do anything? No, you're sitting back. You could be eating, you could be at church, you could be swimming, you could be at the gym, and AI is working for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, following up with your prospects. And guess what? It's rejection free. You're not going to hear the word no. So if someone says no, you don't care. That's pretty much the reason why you don't like to call anybody back. Because you're like, I don't want those hard questions. How much money are you making? How long you doing? Like a lot of you are fearful of that, and it's okay because you weren't really trained to do that, right? And that's kind of the biggest hole in the industry that we fixed. Do you guys realize what we just fixed?
Yeah. The key point there, Dave, is really making this business so simple and leveraging the experts and the tools so that you're rewarded for introducing new people. And we've broken down the art and science of referral marketing to what is really important. You use yourself, your personality, the people that you know, the people that you can reach, and share a message and let the system take over. And right now, guys, if we were building a house, and Safe Club was a house, we've got a solid foundation. We've got so many incredible leaders, and we've got a frame up. And there's some walls coming up, and they're getting pretty. But there's so much more that is just coming on. It's like the contractors have built, everything is booked, and we're not just building a house. We're building a skyscraper that is gonna rival anything that's ever come before inside of this industry. And with a product like we have, that literally appeals to everybody because everybody's shopping, everybody's spending, we've got something where sky's the limit. So I'm so excited to have you part of this in the beginning and really rolling along here. And let me give you guys a little AI update. We've been working on this, tweaking it, changing it, expanding our numbers, expanding our text messaging. No one's ever done this before at the scale that we're doing it. And so there's been tireless hours going back and forth, figuring out and debugging everything within the system. I am so excited for you guys to learn these funnels, learn these systems, and plug people in, because the momentum that will be created when the pieces are all in place and the automation is going, it's going to make the numbers that many of you are doing right now, which are outstanding, compound to your wildest dreams. So, Dave, I'll let you keep going.
Yeah. So and again, guys and gals, this is tremendous. And remember, some of the savings. Let's say you live in a small town, or let's say you're international as well. Remember, we got a lot more on the way, but just don't forget we got all the crazy travel deals. All right, because that alone um, can build a massive business. Because at the end of the day, you're looking to make money, right? And you may be in a small town, but as you start marketing, how many people live in places that have access to all this stuff? You remember when I look at a business, I'm not looking at it just what I get. I'm looking at, man, what does the field get? What's happening? And so, yeah, maybe if I live in a little road out town and I only have like a couple things, I don't really care. Why? Because I'm marketing to everybody else, and that's going to create a massive paycheck. So just keep that in mind as you're marketing. So what I was going to do now, Charles, is I was just going to open up the rest of the original PowerPoint right here. Can you see the screen? And we could talk through this
Yes.
because you want to make money, and that's why you're here. So let's also talk a little bit about the money and how it works. So as we go down, international business, that's big too because we're everywhere. Everybody, we're in multiple countries right now, and there's a big population out there. It's a lot bigger than your own city. It's a lot bigger than your own state. Okay, you can actually get out there everywhere and pay out up to 80%. I'll let you talk a little bit about that, Charles, but I want you to think about this too. Every week you get paid. If you get a job, some of you have to get a job. Don't you hate the jobs that pay you every 2 weeks or once a month? Everybody loves the job where every single Friday they get paid. Okay, well, you get weekly commissions here, matching bonuses, big residual income. What is residual income? For you that don't know what residual income is, it's what I call beach money or mailbox money. Imagine doing the work. Well, let's take it back to your job. Okay, you work really hard this week. And if you're on a job, a job pays you time for dollars. So you got to put in so much time, and they say, okay, here's how much you're worth, and give you a check. But if you said this week, for all of you that work a job, if you call your boss right now and say, listen, I'm not coming in next month, would you still get paid? I mean, unless you had vacation days, would you still get paid? Probably not, because you're not there anymore. They expect you to work so many hours you get paid. Well, here you build something, you start to build it, and that money could pay you week after week, month after month. Okay. And so eventually you could be laying on the beach on one of these vacations that you got for pennies, and the check is still coming. And if you go to Vegas and say, man, this is fun, I want to stay another week, you'll be able to because you have this money that consistently is coming in. Is that not what you want in your life? Okay, is that worth putting time into this? All right, because a lot of you, I got to say something. A lot of you work way harder on your job to eventually make way less money and more headaches if you put that kind of time in over here and made it where it's like working out. I've been a bodybuilder and I'm doing a diet right now. And I got to tell you what stinks about dieting. You look in the mirror, you feel like you look the same every day. You're like, man, I'm eating barely any calories right now. How can I look in the mirror and look the same? But I tell you what, if you've ever seen a 90-day transformation, and you see someone that's overweight, 90 days they look ripped, you can't even believe it's the same person. Well, that's kind of like how this business works. You put in the time and you put in the effort and you do that every day. You post those funnels every day. People are going to start coming into those funnels and they're going to start getting worked by AI. And eventually this is going to build. I kind of tell it like if there's a mountain and you made a little teeny snowball and you pushed it down and it starts gathering snow. Next thing you know, that snowball can be big enough to take out an entire city. That's kind of how residual income works when you start working, because as you start building a team, you never know what's going to happen. You never know who's the next person you bring in. Maybe they have a lot of influence somewhere, and all of a sudden you check your back office and you're like, holy cow, how did I grow this big? That's exciting, and that's what you have. Unlimited death and spillover. Charles, did you want to mention anything here on the screen?
Those are key points there with the residual income. And I spoke with a leader today, and he was mentioning, he goes, well, I sponsored like 20 people. He's like, how do I place the people into my organization? I go, it's already happening. There's a matrix. The next person, like after your second person, the third person starts going underneath another and another and another and another, and that's where this idea of the spillover comes from. But he's a superstar leader and he's generating. And I'll tell you what, be the spreader of information, and you'll start generating more and more of that within your organization. And that's how this compensation plan really will reward people with residual income. Is you put something in place, these matrices start to fill. We've got lots of data about what's going on here, what the way that this will build, and it's about doing the consistent discipline actions every day. I mean, there's nothing that complicated or difficult about this business. It's about plugging in and following the systems and getting good at a few simple things. And Dave's made it really easy to you with these done for you advertisements. So I'll kick it back to you, Dave.
Realistically, is get the funnels out there. A lot of you, I hate to say, some of you want to become a scientist of every little penny in a comp plan. And I got to tell you, it'll work. You bringing up people, you don't need to worry about it. It's going to work its way out. Okay. If you want to know everything, that's cool. But some of you want to know everything and you haven't even put in 2 people yet or 3 people yet. You got to get back to the basics. Do that first. And here's the thing too. We have a power line marketing system. So the minute someone puts somebody in, not only do you have AI, but we have an incredible fear loss system. Everybody's getting messages right now. You better upgrade by Friday night. And they're like, whoa, you mean I'm going to lose everything I got if I don't upgrade? It is a super powerful marketing system. I've used it for years and it flat out works. And the thing is it's hands off for you. All you did was put your funnel out there and let someone get into it and let the system go to work. This is very, very powerful. Charles, do you want to talk? I mean, you already kind of talked about, I know we don't have to break all this stuff down tonight. Just know there's a lot of money here, but we got the 2x16, unlimited matching bonuses, global revenue pools, over 80% payout, which is insane. Most companies at best want to pay 50% with a lot of breakage. And you never see a company with an 80% payout.
Yeah. And here's a key thing. We start our global revenue share pools at the rank of 2-star, which is very achievable. We've had people get started in the business and reach 2-star in the first few days. And so, being able to participate in, the global revenue of the company in such a way and just really ensure your check, helps you get positive with the business quickly and secure yourself some residual income on a monthly basis. And from there, it just grows. And if you help other people do the same, that's where you'll see the compounding in your income.
And by the way, this image that we have on the screen is one of the reels that we give you. You can literally be posting that on your social media right now and with one of our funnels. Again, timing is everything as well. Remember, this business just launched. I can't tell you how many times I got in a business 6 months down the road, a year down the road. And I said, man, I wish I would have got in that thing when it launched. I wish I would have been early. And we could all talk about, we wish we all would have bought Bitcoin when Bitcoin. Hindsight is always 2020. But I mean, for someone not to spend $20 to just lock in a spot here, even if, let's say you're busy right now. Let's say you're in another business. Let's say you got a lot going on in your life. All right. You should still secure your spot. Just spend the money, secure your spot because it will be worth it. I'm telling you to have that locked down. Okay. So make sure if you're on this call right now and you might say, well, I got a lot of stuff going on, Dave. I know. Listen, life gets busy, but you're going to be glad you did. If I would have told you you should have locked in a Bitcoin when it was 10 cents, I bet you'd be kicking yourself now that you didn't, right? So hindsight's always 2020. Make sure you take action with the timing because timing is here. And do you want to get into any of these slides at all, Charles?
We're going pretty long here on this webinar, but I do want to touch on this one particular slide right here. I was sharing with someone earlier today about what this number actually means. $900 billion in advertising annually. And it is such a massive amount of advertising dollars spent by these brands globally, and they are just out of ways to advertise: television, radio, print, social media, Facebook ads, Google ads. Many of these brands just have abandoned those strategies because they don't work. And what does work is ethically bribing the customers. And today I was on a call with our portal team, and we were talking specifically about our cashback deals that are coming with Nike. And when Nike decides that they're going to give cash back, they allocate literally $1 million to the cashback fund. And they give it to these different advertising networks. And as they start giving cash back to the customers, that they run out and then it's done. Well, what I've done is I've set up relationships with everybody, and I've got it optimized. So when we run out of cash back with this network, we're on to the next one. We're on to the next one. We're on to the next one. We're optimized behind the scenes to tap into these advertising budgets, pull back the best cash back, the best deals, the best value for our members, and also get those advertising back into the compensation plan. So what built here taps into something that's never been done inside of network marketing before. So I just can't impress how important it is to get started now and just learn what we're doing, because the learning curve here, it's not that long and it's not that steep, but you got to start somewhere. And it starts with becoming an affiliate. You're doing the right thing. Thank you for coming on a Friday night and checking this out. I know we all have things to do. But if you want to take control of your life, take control of your finances, you're in the right place. But it all starts with getting started, and that's what Friday night's cutoff is all about. So yeah, Dave, let's move this forward a little bit, because we've covered a lot, and I was going to share with you guys the funnels. Dave, you worked it perfectly into the presentation. Every day in every way, the corporate team, myself, we're committed to getting better and better and bringing an opportunity that will rival anything that has come before. None of us got started into doing this to, put something out that one's going to be dynamic and help the most amount of people. And I think we've got an opportunity that fits the price point, the timing, the value. We have the largest available marketplace of anything that I've ever done. We literally appeal to everybody. We took an extremely bold step by launching the Globe, and now we're racing to pull all these deals in place. But it had to happen this way, because these big brands, Nike, Sephora, Lowe's, Dick's Sporting Goods, these places that are Best Buy, these top advertisers that are bringing this to us need to know that we've got a serious network in place. And I know that we've attracted the right leadership. I know we've put in the right steps in place. And it's about getting people started, getting people trained, and getting them on the tools. And this summer is going to be extremely excited for those of you that lock arms with this team and get going. So, Dave, I don't want to hold everybody up here too late on.
Let me say one last thing, Charles. I just want to say there's one last piece. Remember, I said there's a bunch of pieces. The one last piece is vision. And I got to tell you guys, I've been in this industry for a long time. I've consulted CEOs. I've seen about everything you could ever see. I've been a rep to master distributor to consultant to corporate teams, you name it. I've been in this industry. Charles is working with programmers to do crazy custom programming to maximize your income. I have never seen this. See, he's not like, well, let me just go grab this and let me just go throw it in the company. A lot of people do that. They'll just go grab this, and kind of just toss them in and say, okay, we got some products now. Let's run this as a business. And that's why a lot of some companies don't stay around a long time. Charles is working with programmers to do proprietary programming on things that nobody has. He's on the phone all day working things that is absolutely wild, everybody. Listen, this is where you want to be. I got to tell you, this is where, one, you got 67 cents a day, so you shouldn't be going anywhere anyway. Two, you're going to be saving money. But three, just knowing what's down the pike and what this guy is doing. Okay, and I could tell you that from my experience. Some of you on the outside, you might not realize all this stuff, but I could tell you, I am just blown away with the partnerships that he has made, okay, and the programming he's doing to tie this partner in with this partner, and this partner to all run simultaneously together with Save Club. It's amazing, guys and gals, and you don't want to miss it, because I'm going to tell you, you're going to kick yourself for $20. You'll go to McDonald's and spend $20, So be glad you're here. And if you're not signed up yet, what are you waiting for? Make sure you click that link and get started. And by the end of the night, you could probably save money and get your $20 back. That's how easy it is over here in Save Club. And that's all I got. I know it's Friday night, date night. A lot of stuff's going on. Pete wants to go to a concert. We got it.
Yeah, let's just mention one last thing. We got 6 hours till the cutoff. A bunch of people are asking, what is the power line? The way the power line works is when you pre-enroll, you're on a timestamp, and it puts you in the system. If you upgrade by tonight at midnight, Friday nights, then you go into the matrix, and you're going to go ahead of everybody that doesn't pay this week, and you're going to go in front of everybody that does pay after you pre-enrolled. So if you pre-enrolled at 5 p.m. and somebody else comes in at 6 p.m., even if they paid before you, as long as you do it by midnight tonight, then you're still in front of them in the power line. So you want to lock that spot in. Like Dave said, you want to learn how to do these savings. It's not an overnight thing. Learn how to work the system. Watch Dave's training. We got lots and lots of amazing marketing materials you can use. You can rotate them. You can find one you fall in love with that works for you. Lots and lots of choices, lots and lots of tools to work with. And guys, I'm almost good at nothing, but I'll tell you one thing I'm good at. When I fall in love with something, I go for it. So look at these amazing t-shirts we got. We got all kinds of tools for you. So, and they're $12. I mean, represent, fall in love, and work really hard, and you can overcome anything, guys. So thanks for coming.
All right. Have a great night.